So the white whispers are getting rid of the dark whispers. Oh! I know that music, guys!
Thank you.
Thank me later. This ain't over.
Right. Okay, let's
Okay.
finish this.
Right,
You've got this.
I got this.
Oh, damn! Oh, Cloud's got his ult, guys.
This one's for you.
Right, he goes,
What do you make of this?
Every little bit helps.
Is any of it real? Or is it all just a fever dream?
Don't even bother. That shit won't work on you.
yep,
Not anymore.
keep it to yourself.
No, hold on.
Damn you, bastard! Right, okay, hang on.
Come on, shall I?
Okay, I don't know what I'm doing here, guys. I'm actually going so fast that my brain can't keep up.
It's on you.
Oh, is that how it's gonna be?
You're dead.
How can you want this, Sephiroth? How can you want an eternity of loneliness? So it's my turn?
Okay, we need to kill his sword, guys. Massamune.
Let's end this, Cloud.
All right.
That's it. Can you take over for me?
Do! Some out of eh? Oh no. Oh no. Guys. Mana ball. Oh, please.
Bring it.
Do! Need to refocus, guys. Here we go.
Can't hold me back.
You can't do any damage to us, guys, while we're actually doing this. I don't think, anyway.
I'll show you what I can do.
So let's see. Try Fun Dagger.
Tagging out.
Let's do this.
Get fucked!
As I'll ever be. Another.
Oh, get fucked, son!
Take him down.
Right. My turn.
You're done.
One more shot.
Right, we have judgment, guys.
Keep up the pressure.
Leave it to me. Sorry.
Oh, this is so awesome! Right, okay, guys. Woo! I can't keep up, guys.
Ain't dead yet.
This one's for you.
The end is nigh. I don't like the sound of that. Tempest Finis! Right, barrier all again, guys. Keep us topped up.
I'll take care of them. Gotta go for it now.
Cloud. Use Cura on error, please.
That's it.
Right, he's pressure, guys. Let's focus first him. Die, you bastard! Oh my god, guys, I can't get close to him. Hang on, fuck me! Ugh. Give me an elixir, please.
Switch it up.
Here goes. Go on. Here it comes.
Oh god, I don't know how to do this. Oh, we're fucked. We're fucked. Well, guys, I'm surprised I actually survived that long. I really am. I'm really genuinely surprised I lasted that long without dying. I just couldn't get close to the bastard. Although, I did notice when he was using his ability there, guys, that he had the blue bar underneath. Now, I remember he fought a mob where he used an ability called concentration, and you have to hit him to interrupt it to get the stagger back up to the top. So, let's... I'm going to pause it, get back to that stage we got to, guys, and I'll unpause it, so I'll be right back. Now, guys, this makes me very, very nervous. This makes me very, very nervous, right? So I'm like, retry from last battle, right? I've got 3 freaking options. Why have I got 3 freaking options? I'm freaking nervous that I'm going to pick the wrong one here. I want to go to the part before we fight Sephiroth. I don't want to do the whole thing again. Resume playing from just before this battle or the first battle of the series. Well, we don't want that. So, I'll need to look this up, guys. I'll be right back. Oh, guys, I don't know what to pick here. I do not know what to pick. I'm looking online and people give me all these different options. I do not know what to pick. But if it puts me way back to the fucking start and I need to fight all those bosses again, I am going to be fucking pissed. I don't know which one to pick. Oh, guys, I am literally pissed right now because I just do not know what to choose. An option will take you all the way back to before we did all the boss fighting. And I don't know which one's which. I do not know which one's which. I'm pissed right now. This happened before. I'm pretty sure this has happened to me before in this playthrough. And I completely fucked up my progress. So, once I finally figure out the right option, I'm probably going to pick the wrong one, knowing my luck, and I'll need to go through all the bosses again. So, man oh man, whoever worded this needs to have a long, hard look at themselves in the mirror and say, man, what did I unleash upon the world? You know? Fuck me, man. Well, for those of you who are confused, it's the top choice, resume from current phase. Because apparently Square Enix had to release a patch to fix the wordage. Because apparently it was a lot more, it was 10 times more confusing before they actually fixed it. But if you're in that situation where you get to essentially the last phase of the boss fight, it's always the top one. So, like I said, guys, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go try and get to where we got to the last time with regards to how much health he had. And I will unpause it. Okay, so I'll be right back. Right, guys, I'm at the stage that I was at before, but I don't know if it's enough! It's enough! Get fucked, you bastard!
Why is he laughing?
Because he knows this isn't over.
Nope. He'll be back. He set out to achieve what he wanted to do, guys. He needed Aerith out the way, because she's the last surviving Cetra. And now there's nothing to stop him from initiating his plan. Oh, go a while.
Ready?
Oh!
Everybody's waiting.
We got him.
Certainly did, but
So this is it, huh? Time to say goodbye. For now.
See ya!
Aerith. Wake up.
Can't stay here forever. We'd best get moving.
Yup. Sounds good.
I'll see you off.
Tifa. Come on.
I have to admit, you were quite the man.
Who, me? I guess not. Anyway, you haven't seen Viceroy Saruf, have you? He failed to show at an important event. Made us look like fools.
Maybe he wouldn't have, if you'd spent some money on that set.
Ah, you're probably right. Rich kids do like things just so. Still got results, though, even without him. Resistance elements are more fired up than ever.
You know, Glenn, I'm on to you. This war's nothing but a ploy to distract me from Sephiroth.
How very astute.
Regardless, the plan is already in motion. Our promised land will become reality. Our father's dream, accomplished by his son.
I want the real thing, not some imitation.
But an imitation's all you deserve. just like old times.
Some weapons. Oh shit.
Did I? Nah, I couldn't have dreamt that. It all felt way too real. Just as worlds unite, so too do they part. But who's to say they can't unite again?
That's beautiful. Look at that, guys.
Can you not raise it just a wee bit higher?
Screw you, cat. How's this? Oh shit!
Nice catch.
So, what Aerith actually do anyway? Well? And with that, we are cleared for takeoff.
Finally.
Take it Aerith isn't really there.
It's not fair.
Aerith?
Wow.
The hell? The reunion.
Hey, you coming or what?
Yeah, one sec.
you have to promise not to look up.
Don't look up.
Well, now I gotta look.
Fine, but don't let it get to you.
Don't let what get to me?
It's not real. Just an illusion. Now let's go get Sephiroth. He's hiding up north.
North?
Trust me, he is. Soldier's intuition.
Oh, yeah? Better hope you're right.
Alright, fine. We trust you. Just remember, we got everything riding on this. And that's a load you'd best be ready to carry.
No heavy loads. We're close to capacity as it is.
Don't worry about me. I can handle it.
Take care.
You gonna be okay getting back?
And if I said I wasn't? Don't worry. It's like a second home.
I guess. But what if something happens?
Then I'll send up smoke.
Thanks. I'll keep an eye out.
I'll put everything I've got into my prayers. I'll stop the meteor. And I'll leave the rest to you. Good luck.
Aerith. I will stop Sephiroth. Trust me.
You promise?
Promise.
She's airborne again.
Walking city streets with worn cobblestones, listening to
Oh, Aerofman, fuck.
to rhythms all their own.
Goodbye.
Life passing me by and thinking how the years have flown.
I'm gutted inside out, guys.
I met you. I won't say that it was fate.
I really need to go and clean myself up, guys. I'll be right back. Well, there we go, guys. I can't even begin to process everything that just happened. What a roller coaster that ending was, my god. From the minute we jumped off that ledge and entered the City of the Ancients, that whole sequence right up to where we are right now was just insane, guys. Wow. And that bit right at the end was so freaking beautiful when they're all sitting on the grass. Well, it was beautiful, right? It was so pretty. It was seeing Tifa so upset like that, guys. It was just she never really said very much throughout the whole thing. She felt that loss probably more than anybody. Oh god, guys. So I'm going to guess that the only person that could see Aerith was Cloud, right? Because when she went up to embrace Red 13 and Tifa, Red 13 could sense her presence, you know. I liked that bit where she said that she'll do everything in her power to try and stop the meteor as long as Cloud does his part and stops Sephiroth. That was awesome. The stuff with Zack still confuses me. Like, I really need to look into that, guys. I need to do my research and find out what was the whole deal. Because I got it all wrong. You know. Well, guys, I'm kind of glad that we didn't see the blade go through Aerith's body. I thought initially it wasn't going to happen, but I take it that was like showing an outcome, a world where it didn't happen and that Cloud was able to save Aerith. But then we actually saw the actual reality where he did pierce Aerith with his blade. And the game never really gave us much time to mourn Aerith, very much like the original, because we were thrown straight into it, but oh man. It was perfect, guys. It was perfect. It really was. And what an ending to an incredible masterpiece. Yeah, that was what we saw right at the start. Yeah, that was pretty much right at the start of the game. Like, see these scenes here on the left? I was so confused. Like, what was that? Like, I mean, was that right after our... I mean, was that showing... Do you know what, guys? I'm actually beginning... I think I might actually know what that was. Like... So I'm guessing that Zack... His story was an alternate reality, right? And that... Because it was saying there in that little picture, Midgard Expressway. So I'm going to guess that in Zack's timeline, we didn't actually defeat Sephiroth on the Expressway. Or something, right? Because every time we played as Zack, he was always in Elmira's house, next to Aerith on the bed, and Cloud was in the wheelchair, but... I think that's what it is. I think it is two alternate realities, two different stories running side by side. You know, like in Zack's story or timeline, we didn't defeat Sephiroth on the Midgard Expressway. We failed. And that was us getting carried onto the... I don't know, that I really, really, really need to look into this, guys. All these things that happened in the game. And then even all the stuff with Rufus at the end there, you know. Is that guy, is it Bruce? The guy, was that his name, Bruce? Can't remember, but... I think what I might do, guys, I might go onto a website and see if I can get somebody to explain this to me, right? Yeah, there's Roach. That's Priscilla. Oh, what an amazing game. What's his name, Bruce? Was it? I can't remember. Not Bruce. Oh, my memory's terrible. Yeah, let me just go and take a look and see if I can get somebody to break down the story for me, guys, a little bit, and just I more specifically want to know about the whole Zack thing. Like, I get it, right? Before you say it, I didn't play Crisis Core, right? And I'm going to play Crisis Core on stream, right? I'm not going to actually record me playing Crisis Core, but I might play it on stream. We'll see, right? Because I need to know, guys. I need some answers as to... Because was Zack in the original game? I think he was mentioned, but did we actually see that? I can't remember. So... I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to pause it. I'll be right back. Well, here's like, I went into Google and I typed in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth ending explained, right? And I just got this bit of text right at the start, before I've even clicked on a website. It says, the ending of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth introduces a complex multiverse concept, revealing that multiple realities exist based on choices made by characters, particularly Zack Fair. The narrative culminates in a confrontation with Sephiroth, who seeks to manipulate these realities for his own gain, leaving players with many questions about fate and destiny. So it is about alternate realities, guys. So, because Zack was able to rescue Aerith and Cloud, whereas the others were carried onto Shinra helicopters. So I'm going to be led to believe that we failed on the Midgar Expressway when we tried to fight Sephiroth. We actually failed, and Shinra was able to capture us, but yeah, like, oh god, I remember that, guys. That whole sequence is incredible. Right, I'm gonna keep digging, guys. I'll be right back. What's funny, guys, is one of those little screens there. I do remember the cutscene where Zack is standing there and a bullet comes toward him, going right for his head, but a whisper knocks it off his trajectory and it just grazes his skin. Because that's what this website says here. Zack and the multiverse. In the finale of Final Fantasy VII Remake, it's revealed that there are two timelines, the one in which the main events of the game unfold, and the second reality in which Zack Fair survived the attack by Shinra guards. Rebirth goes one step further and reveals there's not two realities, but multiple. Infinite numbers of them, in fact. Man. See, when you start introducing multiverses and all that, guys, and different timelines, it gets very confusing, right? So I'm just going to continue to, you know, dig around and see what I can find, and I'll be right back. Okay, this gets very interesting, guys. Listen to this, right? Sephiroth explains that when the boundaries of fate are breached, new worlds are born. And so, when Cloud and the party defeated the Whisper Harbinger in the finale of Remake, they created the reality in which Zack survives. But Rebirth demonstrates that even the smallest decisions can create new worlds. Towards the end of Zack's storyline, he has to make a choice. Will he save Biggs, Cloud, or Aerith? His choice creates three branching realities. Each unique universe is identified by its version of Stamp, a dog mascot who pops up everywhere. In the main reality, Stamp is a beagle hound wearing a helmet. In the second reality, created at the end of Remake, the one that's home to the majority of Zack's story, Stamp is a border terrier with a cap. The version of Zack who goes to save Biggs creates a world where Stamp is a bulldog with a bucket hat, while the version who chooses Aerith manifests a reality where Stamp is a corgi with a collar. Follow the dogs and you'll know the reality you're in. I would never have known that, guys. I mean, I saw Stamp multiple times throughout the game, but I would never have pieced all that together. Whether or not it's true, I don't know, but I'm going to keep looking into this, guys. And it says here, guys, that while these different realities are stages for different stories, Rebirth does suggest that everyone has a destiny that's hard to outrun. In the realities where Zack chooses to save Cloud and Biggs, both versions of him are hunted down by squads of Shinra soldiers, echoing the way he died in the main reality. We see this with an alternate version of Aerith 2, where it's implied that Sephiroth will always hunt her down. Right? This, along with the return of the Whispers, the arbiters of fate that we met in Final Fantasy VII Remake, suggests that the party didn't totally break the concept of destiny in Remake, and that there's still a canon path that the multiverse expects its inhabitants to tread. So, I never played Crisis Core, as I've said multiple times, right? But am I right in thinking that Zack died in that game? Because this, from what I've been reading so far, is suggested that in the sort of main story, right, the one that we've spent the majority of the game playing, that Zack died. So I'm wondering if Zack actually died in Crisis Core. It would definitely make a lot of sense. Okay. Well, there's quite a lot to read here, guys. I'm going to read through it all, and if I see anything that's worthy, I'm right now. I do this after I complete every game. Every time I play a game that's got a like a really unique story, but there's certain parts of that story that confuses me. I always try and do this, guys. I always try and process this story. I always go to websites and take a look at lore and stuff and see if I can get someone to help me piece it all together, you know? I always do this. It just gives me a little bit of closure. But it looks like we're getting to the end of the... because this is pretty much... these wee screens all caught up now, so... man, look at that boss, guys. See the attention to... the level of detail on that final boss was just jaw-dropping, man. Anyway, guys, I'll be right back. Well, I think this is at the end of the credits, guys. Unless there's more. I wouldn't be surprised if there's more. But that is a great way to do credits, guys. Confluence of Worlds. What was that? Complete chapter 14. Okay. The adventure continues. Chapter selection and hard difficulty are now available. Access system, chapter selection to replay any chapter from the beginning using your current stats, weapons and materia. You can also adjust your quest completion status. For a real challenge, switch a chapter's difficulty to hard. While playing on this setting, items cannot be used and rest spots only recover HP. After completing the main scenario, playlog accessible via the system section of the main menu. The playlog shows your achievements throughout the story and in battle. We'll probably check that out before we bring the episode to an end. Gold Saucer Companion Selection. When choosing Chapter 8 or 12 from Chapter Selection, you can pick any character with a close enough relationship to Cloud to accompany him in the Gold Saucer. So in other words, if I wanted to see how a date with Tifa or a date with Yuffie would have went, we can do that. To be honest with you guys, I'm quite happy with how all things panned out, right? So I might do it off cam, you And Combat Simulator updates meeting certain requirements, such as completing all proto-relic salvaging quests, will unlock unique combat challenges featuring Sephiroth and Zack. Changing outfits. Chocobo ranches now have changing roofs, which you can use to alter your party members' outfits. Red 13 and Kate Sif's loveless costumes are available for purchase at the Gold Saucers GP Exchange kiosks. So there we go, guys. Now, this is interesting, right? It says here, for Sephiroth to destroy the multiverse with Meteor, he'll need to ensure that nothing stands in his way, and so that means killing Aerith, the last of the Cetra, and the only person capable of using white materia to pray for Holy, a magical barrier that will protect the planet. Right, so the black materia summons this meteor, which will destroy the Earth, but the white materia summons Holy, which is a barrier that will protect the Earth from the meteor. It says here, but let's rewind. Because there's a lot that happens leading up to Aerith's death, as revealed in her trial in the Temple of the Ancients, Aerith was given the white materia by her dying mother. But across the events of the first game, her every encounter with the Whispers sapped the white materia of the knowledge and memories that power it. By the time Aerith left Midgar, it was nothing more than an empty, useless globe, which is what Cloud had when he was sitting in the grass right at the end of the game there. That's why it was empty, right? As such, if Aerith is to protect the planet, she needs a new white materia. Thankfully, the multiverse means there are multiple Aeriths, each with their own materia. Because that kind of confused me earlier, guys. Like, 1 minute Aerith is giving Cloud materia, and then she's taking it back off him, then it's empty, and then it's full. So, through the guise of a dream, an alternate Aerith pulls Cloud into her reality, a world where the sky is crumbling and there's no hope of salvation. This version of Aerith gives Cloud her white materia and sends him back to his reality, just before Sephiroth arrives to stop her. Returned to the main reality, Cloud gives Aerith his new white materia, putting Destiny back on track. So that's what was happening during the whole dream sequence. Man, that is actually starting to make a lot of sense. According to this website, the story for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is actually pretty simple, pretty easy to understand until you get to the ending and the multiverse starts getting introduced and stuff. So, so that's what happened. Because in the dream sequence, she gave us a materia, and she took it back from us and stuff. And 1 minute it's empty, then it's full again. So interesting, guys. Let me see. Of course, as we all know from the original Final Fantasy VII, that Destiny involves being impaled on Sephiroth's sword. And, perhaps as expected, that's exactly what happens. But it's more complicated than that. We see Cloud deflect Sephiroth's blade, saving Aerith from the killing blow. We even see moments of her alive in Cloud's arms, and yet she still dies. As far as I can tell, there's no concrete answer to what's exactly happening here. The burst of rainbow colour in this scene suggests another branch of fate. And so this could be Cloud catching a glimpse of a reality where Aerith survives. And that's what I said earlier, guys. You know. Meanwhile, the tiny green lights around Aerith, alive in his arms, points to her spirit communicating via the livestream, offering Cloud a moment of reassurance from the beyond. Yep. But the glitch editing in this sequence suggests it could all just be a result of Cloud's degrading mind. Wow. As hinted at throughout the entirety of Rebirth's story, Cloud's body is gradually breaking down, causing him to be something of an unreliable narrator. We'll return to this topic a bit later if you want to know more. Aerith's death is immediately followed by an incredibly long multi-phase boss battle, and in the final phase, none other than Aerith arrives to help defeat Sephiroth. While Rebirth features multiple versions of Aerith, it seems that this is actually our Aerith. Well, her spirit form at least. Following Sephiroth's defeat, we see Aerith fade away in those little green lights, a sure sign that she's returned to the livestream. But while she's returned to the planet, that doesn't mean she's gone forever. And as we saw at the end of the game, when she was in spirit form and only Cloud could see her, she did say that she's going to pray and do everything in her power to try and stop the meteor, as long as Cloud does everything in his power to stop Sephiroth. So let me just do a little bit more reading, guys. I know this is kind of boring, right? But if you've been following this game along with me, you might have the same kind of questions as I have. And I'm hoping that me reading this out will give you some answers. You can totally skip it if you want and just, but anyway. Okay, so this part right here as well, guys. The final cutscene shows the party mourning Aerith's loss. Yet, in almost all of these scenes, Aerith is clearly standing among them. Sadly, she's not miraculously alive, this is just her spirit. But while the majority of the party cannot see her, Cloud can. Not just that, he can even talk with her. In Rebirth's final moments, Aerith makes a promise to Cloud. I'll put everything I've got into my prayers, I'll stop the meteor. Cloud makes his own promise to stop Sephiroth. This is an echo of the original game's ending, in which it's hinted that Aerith's spirit protects the planet using the life stream, while Cloud defeats Sephiroth in battle. Over in another reality, Zack also makes something of a promise to himself. Sephiroth explained that worlds unite and part, and Zack witnessed this when his reality overlapped with Cloud's, allowing them to fight Sephiroth Reborn together. Okay. Their worlds are now separated, but Zack wonders if they could be reunited once more. It's a spark of hope for him, as in his universe, Cloud is terminally ill from Mako poisoning, and Aerith is in a long-term coma following the disaster in Midgar. Huh. If his world can merge with another, then there's a chance he can be reunited with healthy versions of Cloud and Aerith once again. Right, so that has pretty much confirmed it, guys. Zack and Cloud do not share, like, the main timeline, the main story that we've played. Cloud and Zack do not exist together in this timeline, because I'm guessing Zack died in Cloud's timeline, in his reality. Zack died, right? So, and everything that happened on the expressway, do you remember all the stuff started coming out of Midgar, remember? It's all coming back to me now, guys. This is actually starting to make a shit ton of sense. So Cloud is terminally ill because the degradation is overwhelming him, and Aerith is in a long-term coma following the disaster in Midgar. And the same with everyone else in Avalanche, Tifa, Barrett, Red 13, all getting carried onto helicopters, right? So, and that actually makes a very interesting point, guys. Because see, at the start, when they were all getting carried onto the helicopter, did we actually see Yuffie amongst them? I don't think we did. Was Yuffie actually among the bodies that were getting carried on? Because I don't think she was, because Yuffie joined our team in this game. So, nah. Holy fuck. And I thought that I was actually following along pretty damn nice as well. I really did. I thought I was following along at a nice pace, but obviously... So now, Cloud is in his timeline, Zack is in his timeline. In Zack's timeline though, Aerith's not doing too good, Cloud's not doing too good. But I don't think Zack will want to come into our timeline, guys, because in our timeline, Aerith is not alive. So, but something tells me we're going to see Zack again, guys. That they're 100% going to bring back Zack in the third game, because if they're now experimenting with multiverses, there's no reason for them not to bring Zack back, right? If Sephiroth is planning to use all these multiverses to fuel his power, it's entirely possible we'll see Zack again. Okay, now we're getting into some juicy stuff here, guys, right? So, while the ending suggests that Aerith will be able to stay by Cloud's side as a spiritual guide for the rest of the journey, It's not all roses for our spiky-haired protagonist. He's the only person able to see the tear in his reality's sky. He's the only person that can see the sort of, you know, that. And also, Zack and Elmira. In Zack's reality, both him and Elmira also looked up and saw that tear in the sky. Perhaps as a result of having travelled across multiple worlds himself. More ominously, it could be related to Cloud's mental connection to Sephiroth. As Cloud discovers he has the black materia in his pocket, his mind glitches for a moment. He mutters the reunion and fits the apocalyptic materia into his Buster Sword. What all this means will almost certainly be covered in the final game of the Remake trilogy, but if you want more context now, we need to look at the full events of the original game. As hinted to in Rebirth's Shinra Mansion basement scenes, Cloud was experimented on by Professor Hojo, who injected him with Genova cells. Like, we know this, right? That's what's causing the degradation. The robed figures seen all throughout Rebirth are also victims of the same Genova trials. The reunion of which both they and Cloud speak is the reunion of Genova's cells, a ritual triggered by Sephiroth himself from a crater far in the north. That's where the robed men are headed, and that's why Cloud miraculously knows that Sephiroth is north. He's been subconsciously summoned to the reunion. You can probably now see why Sephiroth wants Cloud to keep that black materia safe. I'm telling you guys, the third game is 100% going to be called Reunion. It's got to be, right? Now this part actually reveals more about the whole Glenn situation, right? Because I thought his name was Bruce, but it's Glenn. The other significant reveal in the finale is that Glenn Lodbrok is actually a puppet of Sephiroth. As revealed earlier in the game, Lodbrok is attempting to reignite the war between Shinra and Wutai. In a public address, he blames the murder of several Wutai soldiers on the company, as well as the emergence of the weapons from the macro reactors. But the reveal that Lodbrok is actually a manifestation of Sephiroth lays clear the whole purpose of the conflict. It's a ploy to distract Rufus Shinra. As noted in the scene between Rufus and Glenn, it was Rufus's father's dream to discover the Promised Land, a place overflowing with Mako energy where he could build the city of Neo Midgar. After President Shinra was killed, Rufus continued his father's work, tailing Aerith in the hope of discovering this fabled place. But Sephiroth also wants to find the Promised Land. In the original game, he needs its abundance of energy to use the black materia and summon Meteor. And presumably that remains true in Rebirth. And so, by creating the manifestation of Glenn Lodbrok, Sephiroth can brew a conflict between Wutai and Shinra that will distract Rufus away from the Promised Land. Rufus works it all out and guns down the robed man who took Glenn's form, but it seems like it's too little, too late. The Shinra Resistance Committee is ready for war, and it looks like it'll all get messy in the final game of the trilogy. So I'm reckoning, guys, the third and final game in the trilogy, there is going to be a war between Shinra and Wutai, and that war was always meant to distract Rufus and keep him away from the Promised Land. Guys, I am so glad I read this because it's filled in a lot of blanks. It really has. But I'm going to just go and take a look around and check a few other websites and stuff, right? And I'll be right back. There's actually some really interesting theories, guys. That if you take a look around, other people across all the different Reddit threads and forums and stuff, right? And like someone even said here that because of Sephiroth's ability to jump into different timelines at will, someone even suggested that he is going across different timelines and killing Aerith in all these different timelines so that she can't come into like the actual, shall we say, the main version of reality, right? The one that we are actually playing. Because if Sephiroth can jump between realities, what's to say that Aerith can't do that? What's to say that Aerith can't come to this reality from another reality? Do you know what I mean? So someone said here that Cloud deflects the attack. However, the next second Aerith dies. Barrett sees Cloud and Aerith with blood on the floor. This is the reality and truth. Tifa, due to her experience in the live stream, sees two timelines as they merge, one with blood and one with no blood. Critically, however, Aerith is dead in both. This is a crucial clue that Sephiroth is in fact killing Aerith across timelines simultaneously. But a lot of people are saying that it's all in Cloud's head, that Cloud has PTSD from witnessing Aerith get killed, and then that scene at the end where he sees Aerith's spirit, that wasn't really Aerith's spirit, that was Junova or Sephiroth fucking with Cloud, messing with him, showing him what he wants to see in order to manipulate him and get him to go where he needs to go, which is up north for the reunion, right? So, wow, honestly, guys, fantastic. But yeah, I think I'm probably going to have to play Crisis Core. Because I think if I can just find out what happened to Zack Fair, that might actually answer a lot of questions, guys. You know? Because if Zack did die at the end of Crisis Core, then it would make sense. But yeah. So I feel pretty caught up now, guys. I feel pretty clued up in the story. I'm probably going to continue doing a little bit of reading off cam, just to sort of, you know, but I'm pretty happy with how things panned out. So let me just take a look. Don't worry, I'll put timestamps. You don't have to sit and watch all this, right? I'll put a timestamp. You cannot leave the main menu at this time. You can now replay any chapter from the beginning, but okay. Be advised that if you return to the title screen without first saving your game data, you'll be unable to use. Okay, I will save then. Okay, there we go. Right. Is that okay? That's fine. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Right, let's take a look at the play log, guys. What's this here? Is this these are all different. Crazy. Skip Zack's story. Interlude a world apart. Okay, so if you wanted to play the game again from start to finish, if you want, you can actually skip Zack's story, but okay. Toggle the ability to automatically collect transmutation materials upon approaching. Okay. Tactical mode slowdown. Adjust the flow of time during tactical mode. The higher the number, the slower the action will be. Right. But I want to see the play log. Right. Items in Johnny's treasure trove, 74 out of 88. Allies with strongest bond, 0 out of 5. What does that mean? Chapter 12 date companions, 1 out of 6. Chapter 12 intimate dates, 1 out of 5. We completed all the quests. Perfect. Oh, what? Are you kidding me, guys? I thought I perfectly executed all the odd jobs, but there was 2 that we didn't do. Got all the world intel, completed combat objectives and hard mode minigames. It's the hard mode minigames, guys, that we didn't complete because they're just too freaking hard. Chocobo stops repaired. We got all 48. Cache locations cleared. There was 20 cache locations, guys. The thing is, they're not marked on the map, so, you know. Queen's blood cards collected. There's 145 and we got 134 of them, so that's not too bad. Okay. Did all the Shinra Mana Combat Simulator challenges, got all the Beast Battleground challenges. Weapon abilities learned. Guys, see the one that we didn't learn? It's Red 13. God damn it. Manuscripts collected apart. Wait, what? I only collected 40 out of 112 manuscripts. Okay. Let's see here. Relationship with Barrett. Done all the odd jobs. Synergy skills and abilities. Story beats. Costa del Sol beach fight partner. Okay. Obviously, we didn't go on a Skywheel date, but... So these story beats are like... If you really want to maximise your relationship status with somebody, you've got to So I got 91% with Barrett, I got 93% with Tifa. Got 95% with Aerith. I didn't get max, guys. I didn't get max. Can you believe that? Costa del Sol beach fight partner. Tifa must have been my Costa del Sol beach fight partner then. Oh well. Red 13. Wow. Wow. So I got the highest relationship status with Aerith and Red 13. That is crazy, man. And there's your fate. Got 89%. Well, oh well then, guys. Interesting stuff. Chapter selection. Replaying a portion of the game via chapter selection will return you to the start of the chosen chapter. Your current character's levels, weapons, materia, and relationship stats will carry over. It's essentially like New Game Plus. You can also choose how to carry over your quest data. Note that any odd jobs you have yet to complete will automatically reset. When you select a chapter, you'll be given the option to play it on hard. Be warned that you cannot change this setting once you begin the chapter. Certain manuscripts can only be obtained on hard difficulty. Okay. Right, guys, so there we go. That is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This has been a long video, which I'm probably going to split into two, because right now we're currently at 2 hours and 4 minutes, so I'm probably going to split it into two. But I'll make sure that there's timestamps, because I know that the last episode of the playthrough, that I need to split it into timestamps so you guys don't have to watch all the boring stuff. But I'm going to give the game, guys, you know what? I'm not going to tell you what the review is. You're just going to have to watch the review. Because I normally do that, guys. I normally, like, before I started doing separate reviews, I would give my score at the end. But I don't need to do that anymore, guys. If you really want to know what I think of the game and what I'm going to give the game with regards to a score, you're going to have to watch a review, which you will see tomorrow. It will probably be a long review because I have a lot to say about this game, guys. But I absolutely fucking loved it. It was a masterpiece. I'm sad that it's over, guys, but I mean, we started this playthrough December 2024, and even though it's May for me right now, you guys are probably going to get this halfway through June, so this taken us a good 6-7 months to complete it, but that was because I made the choice, guys, of doing everything in the game before we push for the end game. Because once we complete the game, we're not going to go for the platinum, guys. So after this, after the review, we're jumping straight into a different game. But if we're still doing YouTube, by the time the third game in the trilogy comes out, we will definitely be playing it. So yeah. It's over now, guys. How am I going to cope? Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this playthrough, leave a like. If you want to ask me anything, leave a comment. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys in the next playthrough. Bye! Well, guys, if he represents the richest man in Haran, then doing missions for him is going to get us some, you know, showing the green. Maybe some high-tech weaponry. Yes. What's that, mate? What you say, mate? Huh? You baldy little cunt. What you fucking say, mate? You what?